Welcome. Day 3, right? Of the 31 days of live horror. So here we are on the third day. And what are we talking about today? We are talking exactly what I promised you. Child's Play, the franchise, the 2019 film, and we're going to get out into other Tiny Terrors horror films as well, any that you might want to chat about. So, hopefully some people are going to come in tonight. Hey, PlayStation 9. I am super tired, but I wanted to do this one to make a good one since last night's video was so short. It's been a wee bit harder since I went back to work, but I'm better half. I was just talking to her. She's gotten to sleep now, and I thought now's the perfect time to start this video. And we'll talk about other things as well, but we'll start off with the 2019 Child's Play film. Now, first off, has everybody seen the film? Because I'm going to get into what may be some spoiler-free territory with the movie. You won't see it? How come? Hey, Sunset. Tonight is the third live day of horror, and tonight we're talking about the hey DVD Kiwi and Joseph. We're talking about the Child's Play franchise. Well, we're talking about both versions. Hey, Shadow. We're going to be talking about both versions. We're going to be talking about the whole franchise as a whole. I'm even going to give you my opinions on each of the films. I'll try not to spoil it too much. I'm not going to give away the ending or anything like that. But quickly, the new Child's Play film, done with Mark Hamill in the lead and Aubrey Plaza as, for me, one of the world's hottest moms. Well, I agree with that the studio treated Mancini bad. I will wholly support the what Mancini does with the TV series and his films onwards. But the people that made Child's Play weren't the studio. They were people that, the studio hired to make a film. And they did. I mean, Mark Hamill does the character of Chucky, Chucky the Buddy doll. Now, one thing to know right away is there's a pretty ludicrous explanation for why Chucky becomes evil, and it's basically that if you take it all the inhibitor chips are taken off. You got Trilogy of Terror 2 already? I mean, that doesn't come out for a while. And I like that one, actually. I stand up for Trilogy of Terror 2. But I'll get into Trilogy of Terror 2 in a second. All the Trilogy of Terror films, because because we got the Zuni doll aspect, and that's Tiny Terror. But so basically, the inhibitor chips are taken off are removed, basically because this guy has been really manhandled, and he works in a factory, and he takes off the inhibitor thing, and then he commits suicide. So it's kind of topical that way, and it's not this movie. I think would have done would have been. It's not Child's Play. It's a good film for what it is. The overall concept of the film. Nice. The overall concept of the film is really interesting. And it's intriguing, and it's a really nice way to go with something like this. Hello, Cinema Dave. But it would have done better if they hadn't called it Child's Play, in my opinion. But it still would have been perfect. I did enjoy the film. I did think that the actors were supremely well cast. Mark Hamill killed it as Buddy, and he broke my heart a couple times. But that being said, the third act of the film is I'm going to be talking about all of them, Rich, not just the remake. Uh, the third act of the film is gets a little weak. It goes off the rails a bit, and I don't think that the third act really follows through. When you watch the original Child's Play, and you get to that that final act where there's that big confrontation, we are talking Child's Play with Brad Dourif's Chucky. It is an epic sequence. You remember that scene today, and much like you, I saw Child's Play in the theater. Now, when I went to see Child's Play in the theater, there was me, my dad, and my cousin. That's all. There's nobody else in the theater. We were the only three there. So I thought, wow, I'm loving this movie, but nobody's ever going to know what it is. Nobody's going to see it. This is going to be one of these like sleeper things. Little did I know that I just came on a day when like nobody showed up, and it would find its footing a lot more on VHS. Anyway, so my thoughts on the 2019 Child's Play film are this: the concept is really, really intriguing. There's a lot that they can do with it. There's a lot of ways that they can go with it. But much like the Purge franchise, the first one may actually not be the best that they keep going on through. It's a nice start. They picked some good actors. Aubrey Plaza was great. The kid and the reasoning behind it was really good. The overall story, I almost saw throat, was pretty solid. You get to the ending of the film, and it starts out like it's going to be like a really epic type ending, and you're getting some good gore effects and stuff like that. But then it ends kind of on a whimper rather than a bang. So that's my thoughts on it. It's not like Michelle said. Like I'll say, it's not Child's Play. It's a decent film, but it's much like other films that were remade. It would have done much better if they would have just. They didn't need the name Child's Play on it. They could have called it anything else, and it would have worked. Child's Play to me is Brad Dourif's character, not just Brad Dourif, but there's Chucky and there's the voodoo ritual. That's kind of what Child's Play is to me. Is Child's Play 2019 like you can definitely tell me. Is 2019 worth seeing? Yeah, it is worth seeing because it's a decent film. It's not a Child's Play film, but if you just turn off your brain on that and just say, it's a forget that it's Child's Play, and I think you'll enjoy it. I have fun with it, and Mark Hamill is key to this film. He is the key, much like Brad Dourif's the key to the original Child's Play. Mark Hamill is the key here. The kid's really good too, but Mark Hamill's the voice, and people say, well, he's just doing a variation of the Joker, or he's just doing a variation of his other things. No, he's not. The character of Chucky the Buddy Doll. Hey, Daz. Slayer, really? Nice. It does break my heart a bit because Chucky's an evil bastard in the original Child's Play series. That's what he is. This Chucky really isn't. He's not. He loves the kid. It's his best friend. He wants to help his best friend. And he learns the way everybody learns. All society around him. And unfortunately, that's not always a good thing. It's a young brain seeing the very worst aspects of society taken out of context through a unique filter. That's what I thought of the 2019 film. It doesn't. I mean, like, it's not Child's Play. Like, don't if you go in expecting to see like the same thing that you saw before, you're gonna be you'll be disappointed. If you expect like the Brad Dourif type thing and this vicious like serial killer, you're not gonna get that. That's not what that's not what this one is. I'm still waiting, Rich. But That could work. They could actually move that into the series because they can do kind of like a flight because Don Mancini is doing a Child's Play series. Now, my thoughts on all the other Child's Play films. I'm going to encapsulate them really quickly. Child's Play 1, really enjoyed it. I love Child's Play. Child's Play 2 is my favorite in the entire franchise. Child's Play 3, didn't like it. Haven't seen it in years. I'd probably have to watch it again. I'll be completely honest with you. Every time I rewatch the Child's Play films, I skip part 3. Justin, not Justin Long. What's his name again? What's the name of the guy that played in part 3? He's the guy from Superman, like from Lois and Clark. That would be cool. Actually, that's cool. So you should write, Rich. Do you write? Now, Child's Bride of Chucky. It's fun. It's pretty. Like a lot of films by this director, this is just my personal opinion, by the way. It's a lot of style over substance, but the style is good and it works. Seed of Chucky. Here's where the vitriol and venom and all stuff comes out by a lot of people. It did. Bride was a changing point. So much like Friday 13th 6 was a changing point in Friday 13th franchise. But Seed of Chucky was a satirical, comedic look at Hollywood and sexuality. We're probably not going to agree on this one. And transgenderism. And I enjoyed it. I wasn't somebody that came back. It wasn't one of those where, oh, I enjoyed it later on. It does. I really did enjoy Seed. I thought that there was a lot of really clever humor, in Hollywood type humor, in the film. I'm a huge Ed Wood fan, and I was super stoked to realize that Don Mancini is also one hell of a huge Ed Wood fan. A lot of people hate the Glenn and Glenda character. I kind of was hoping they were more done with it, but apparently a lot of people, for some reason, didn't like the film. They didn't mind the comedy in Bride of Chucky, but they suddenly mind it in Seed of Chucky. But Glenn, I love Glenn. See, the whole Glenn and Glenda thing, because you've got, obviously the homage to Glenn or Glenda, the Ed Wood film, and of course to Psycho, and films of that ilk, and it was like the first. For me and for, I'm thinking for Don Mancini too. It's a bit personal because, Don Mancini is a gay man, and you get to put the sexuality gets to be put into the Child's Play, and it was like it's got kind of put into it in Bride. And but not in a this is a thrown in your face type way, but in a fun, kind of funny, kind of satirical type of way. If anything, you may have gotten some flack from certain people, but from people that I know that are within that community, they actually were okay with the portrayal of Glenn and Glenda. They weren't upset about it. But that's me personally. Think of it. It's kind of cool. It is. That's what I think. I think down the road, Shadow. How's the new one? It's not Child's Play, Logan. It's not Child's Play at all. Don't go in expecting Child's Play. I know it's called Child's Play. It should have been called something else. Pretty solid film. Deals a lot with. And I do like Seed. Seed is one of those going to be one of those down the road. Like now where people say like, oh man, they used to say, oh man, I really hate, hey Wheels, I really hate Halloween 3, or I really hated this here film. Yeah, Seed's going to be like that. Just mark my words. One of these days, Seed's going to be one of those cult films that people are discovering and they've always liked that nobody else liked. But I'm telling you right now that, I stand up for it. It's a film that deals with perception. and and I guess kind of like learned behavior. Mark Hamill is fantastic. You know, do I think? No, I mean yes, yes, in the fact that they made a Child's Play film. He's fantastic. Like Mark Hamill makes the film. Him and the kid are incredible. They play off each other very well. He does a really great job with the voice of the character. Um, he will break your heart. His character, because this is not. Remember, when you go in this, don't go in and expecting serial killer Chucky with voodoo curses and stuff like that. No, this is a doll that loves its owner. And I don't mean unsexual, but actually loves its owner. It looks up to. You're my best friend. There's a song that the Buddy doll sings to its owner, like at night. You know, like it basically, do you want me to sing you a song, a good night song? And because the doll is normally for younger kids, but she gets it for her older son, basically because they've been moving a lot, and it's like one of these interactive dolls that you can do, like use a lot of like using all your devices in your home. And she thinks, well, that maybe it's for a younger kid, but he's alone. He's in the house by himself all the time. He's kind of shut in. He's not making friends. At least it's someone for him to talk to. That's the basic concept behind it, right? The basic premise is that this doll has the inhibitor chips turned off. So inhibitor programming turned off inside the doll, so the doll can learn. It's an AI, and it has nothing inhibiting its learning. But unfortunately, it's the stuff that it sees around it. Uh, Basically, the stuff that he sees around it isn't always good, and he sees it through the filter of having to learn a lot in a short period of time, and it's a doll. There's my thoughts on the film. Check it out. Ending bit weak, but overall pretty good. I would give it a thumbs up, but as for like Rich asked me if thought this was a big fu to Mancini, I think it's a desperate grasp from a studio that's not doing well. They really needed a hit. They really wanted to go. They've been trying to get this off the ground for a while. Yeah, remember, call this Buddy. When you go and watch it, this movie should have been called Buddy. I haven't ordered anything from Aerosale yet, dude. I don't have any money on me. I have a little bit of cash, and it went towards bills because my better half had to fly out to pick up the car, and that's why she's not here this week. Only other person I can think that of a creator that's like that is Coscarelli with the Phantasm franchise. Now there's probably others. Now I'm a huge fan of the Child's Play ones. Seed, I enjoyed. What came after Seed? Was it Curse? Was it Curse after Seed? Curse? Am I forgetting one? Because Curse is brilliantly fantastic gothic horror. There is some shots in Curse that are bloody brilliant. Near the beginning of the film, there is a murder of a character, and the discovery of her body is reflected in blood on the floor, and it is just a beautiful shot. Thank you, Rich. Fiona was genius casting. When you realize where Mancini, I may have. Well, Mug, to be completely honest, like I said before, I haven't seen it in years, so I would literally have to go back and watch it again. I do think that I have been too hard on 3, and I do think that I have to see it again. I'll get the call in a second. But when you think of what Mancini had in mind for Fiona, you can see why. I see we got a lot of fans of Curse here. Logan doesn't like Cult. We kind of diverge on that one a bit. I will rewatch it, I promise. It's been a long time. I mean, and when I say it's been a long time, I'm not talking about like I'm talking about it's been like at least 10 years, a good 10 years. For sure. And it all has to do with Lois and Clark and the recasting of Jimmy Olsen. Now Cult. Cult was divisive. I really liked Cult, but there's a caveat to this one. Cult ends like it's halfway through, and I think there's a reason for that. Mancini had movies and a series and all that in mind. Curse and Cult are a continuation of one another. We find out in Cult exactly why Fiona was picked for this film. We see, and it is ingenious to see why she was chosen to play this particular character. I'm actually really intrigued to see where they go with it from this. I understand some people's anger about Cult though. Cult ends just as it's getting started, and I get that. And for some people, that's going to seem very frustrating. Some people were not exactly enamored with the acting by the actor that played Andy Barclay, who came back from the original. I think everybody was excited to see the girl from Part 2 back at the end of it, but people were not exactly enamored with his acting. Oh, Tiffany. I love Tiffany. Hi, Cinematech. And did Michelle, like me, weren't you totally in love with her for in Part 2? Because, she was badass. Loved her character. So it'll be nice to see where it goes from here. Cult is left it open on a very intriguing aspect. The rules have changed, and we don't know right now what the new rules are. We have an idea, there's an inkling, but we don't know yet. Yeah, as last I heard, Logan, the TV show is still happening. If anybody knows any different, definitely let me know. But I did hear that the TV show was still underway. Of course, Fiona Dorff was in the first season of Purge. I haven't seen the end of it. I'm not sure if her character survived the season or not. I don't know, but I did like what I saw of it. She was really good in it. She's good for horror films. She gives me an Angela Pleasance feel in that her work is really good and it's really character oriented. But I think unlike Angela Pleasance, who didn't do as much, I think we're going to see Fiona do like a lot of stuff. Oh, on the Run Wheels, have a good one there, dude. And maybe the next time I'm talking something that you're more interested in. Because tomorrow, don't forget what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's Lucio Fulci. Tomorrow we're talking Murder Rock. And I might throw the Psychic in there as well. Maybe I'll watch both of them tomorrow morning, or maybe I'll watch the Psychic tonight. Because I've been wanting to talk about Fulci and Giordano Schiacci for a while. Yeah, I've seen those. I don't have any of them, Rich, but I would love to have them. I want a Tiffany. I'm a huge Tiffany fan. Hey, Danuch. I'm a huge fan of the character. I was in love with Jennifer Tilly. That is cool. I was completely in love with Jennifer Tilly, and I love the fact that people always underestimate her. People always underestimate Jennifer Tilly. They think because she's got the cute voice and because she's really attractive and she's got the great figure that she's like going to be really like ditzy or the dumb or the dumb buxom character. And in real life, Jennifer Tilly's like smart. She's like off the charts level smart. And she's one of those girls she's an expert poker player that you're not going to be able to put anything over on. I can't imagine the guys coming up to Jennifer Tilly with the lines. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at your fertility. So you better have your A game up, guys. If you're going there, do they really? The baster? That is cool. I like that. I need that for Thanksgiving. Yeah, that'll be interesting. So, any more thoughts on Child's Play? Because I'm going to give the floor over to all you guys there. One of my friends, friend, but somebody that I knew from a place I used to work, she wore I guess what, the sexy Chucky outfit. Remember that one? The Spirit of Halloween used to have. It got attention at work. I'm just going to say that. But yeah, any more thoughts about Chucky before we open the floor up to any tiny tears? Talk, Michelle. You're a writer. You know this stuff. Silence. Everything is so quiet. Like, Chucky's your favorite? You must have been young when you saw it, because you're young. You're a lot younger than me, Michelle. Like, I'm like an old man compared to you. So you must have been young when you saw those films. Or you saw them on like DVD or VHS or something like that. But you had to kill him in your dreams? That's actually kind of cool. As unscary as it is now after the whole franchise and stuff, Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre were ones that scared me when I was younger. I remember My Buddy. I didn't have one, but I do remember the whole My Buddy craze. I remember yeah, like I was a teenager when that came out. Like so yeah, Trilogy of Terror scared you. Um, Ken here, I think you're still here, right, Ken? Mentioned you didn't like Trilogy of Terror too. Um, and I understand that. A lot of people really don't like it as compared to the first one. I just personally think it's really good. Sunset, the Angel Collection is for Black Friday. So when the Taming the T-Rex is coming out. Return to Oz is warped, and I love it. It's got Fruza Balk at a young age, who I would completely fall in love with when of course when the craft came out. I totally forgot the name for a second. I was blanking there. Um, she killed in the craft and went on to do. I got the VHS, the Anchor Bay VHS of Return to Oz. The Zuni doll, Jimbo. The Night Stalker. Return to Oz, actually, if you read the Oz books, I read the Oz books growing up, and the Oz books are way darker than than what you see in the original Wizard of Oz movie, which actually itself is actually kind of dark if you really look at it, like beyond the songs and stuff like that. But there was like Civil War in Oz and a lot of stuff in Oz, a lot of Oz characters. I got to get that Blu-ray release. That's a really good release. I just got the VHS right now. The one with the writing on the inside, the without a clamshell case. The Zuni fetish doll. Would you ever get a real Zuni fetish? Is there a real Zuni fetish doll? I gotta ask that. Is the Zuni fetish doll a thing, or is it something that I plead ignorance here, or is this something that was done for Trilogy of Terror? I got a feeling it's a thing, and I should know this, but I don't because I'm ignorant. But yeah, it's I think it's a Disney Club exclusive, Michelle. If you're in the Disney Club, I think if you go into it, like you can actually go into it, and you can, if you get like 4 movies or 5 movies free, choose Return to Oz as one of them. The Disney Club exclusives have kind of like a gold kind of a yellowish, a goldish yellow, uh, kind of kind of banner thing that they have around them. Like Doug, the Doug the movie came out as a Disney exclusive. A lot of the stuff like here, I'll show you something. Show you a DVD when it came out originally. DuckTales the movie. This here, you see the gold thing around it. That's because it's a that was a Disney Club exclusive. I'm a fountain of useless knowledge. I'm showing the kids the Mighty Ducks Blu-ray. Brownie Zuni Darlana and a Bada Badabadook. Bada. Ba, oh my god. Babadook. Do I think we'll ever see footage of Chucky with the original woman's voice? I forget who the woman was that did the original voice for Chucky. Uh, I think stuff like that. If it's out there, definitely. Because eventually they'll put out another one. They'll put out like a special edition. They'll put out a 4K. They'll do something like they did. And Child's Play. It's a big franchise. It's a big series. I haven't dived into my Scream Factory edition enough to know what features are on there. They don't have any of the footage on the Scream Factory, do they? I wouldn't know. I've only watched the film on Scream Factory. I actually haven't gotten to the features yet. And I'll be honest, I watched it this morning, right after I watched Child's Play. You are in for a treat. Stuart Gordon's Dolls is a fantastic film. And the year that Scream Factory put it out, I named it on my channel as the release of that year. Yeah, if you go back on my channel a couple years, when that came out, when I do my top 10, usually my top 10 or 11 every year, releases of the year. And the year that I did it, I gave Dolls the top honor as the release of that year. And remember, if you like the group Aha and the song Take On Me, well, the actress from that video, Take On Me, she's in Dolls. And do you know, I did not realize that it was her for years. The ventriloquist dummy in Twilight Zone. Yeah, that is creepy. Ventriloquist dummies creep me out anyway. I gotta check that out because I've got that Child's Play release here. I just haven't been able to work. One of these days, something like this is my actual chosen profession. Probably not going to happen, or something similar to this. See, I don't know. When I was growing up, I wanted to host. Like when I was doing. Okay, Child's Play is not based on a true story. Actually, Child's Play is not even the right iteration of the not even the original iteration of the film. See, when Don Mancini wrote Child's Play originally, it was way different. Basically, the character of Andy, it was left very ambiguous whether Chucky was actually the killer or Andy was the killer. You saw films later on that would actually, like Dolly Dearest and stuff, that would actually do that, would actually go in that direction. But there was a lot of different, Bloody Buddy, exactly. There was a lot of differences. Tom Holland actually came in and did rewrites on the script and actually changed it. And he definitely should get a lot of credit for what was done in like helping to mold what the Child's Play mythos, from the first film would become. That would be later when Holland came aboard. It was a very different script. and it may not have been as iconic. I'd actually it probably wouldn't have been as iconic. Yeah, it was a good mixture of both those people. But Don Mancini took what worked in the first one and built on it with part two. And part two is even better, in my opinion. Like Child's Play is a fantastic film. I love it. I love every bit of it. The girl from Greece is in it, so I'm all for it there. But I love part two even more. Part three, apparently, I have to go back and rewatch. We need more witchcraft. Yeah, we do. We don't have a lot of witchcraft movies, do we? Well, they're remaking The Craft. Before you go and throw tomatoes at Blumhouse for remaking The Craft, let me remind you that The Craft will still exist long after the remake comes out, and it's not going anywhere. Dinah Manoff. She was also in a show called Empty Nest. It's kind of a spin-off of Golden Girls back in the day. So Dinah Manoff was one of the Pink Ladies, along with Stockard Channing, in the original Grease. So she's the friend that goes out the window in Child's Play, the original Child's Play. I had a crush on Dinah Manoff, but my biggest crush from Grease. Can you guess what my biggest crush from Grease is, guys? Just take a shot. Take a wild shot in the dark. A lot of people don't actually. Forget it. Mrs. McGee. Oh, no, she's pretty hot, but no, it's not Mrs. McGee. You're right, Rich. Rich knows me, apparently. Yes, Stockard Channing was definitely 110% my type growing up. And I loved Frenchie. She was awesome. And I dated a lot of Frenchies, actually. I really did. But Stockard Channing, I was the bad girl with the soft heart. Yeah. That comprises part of my dating life. But come to think of it, so does Frenchie. Wow, Michelle. Okay, I'm learning things about myself here live tonight that I really, really didn't think that I would. All right, and we are going to leave that topic right now. Whether the remake, why not? I mean, I guess remake something. Do something different with it. One thing you can't say about this, whether you like the new Child's Play or you hate the new Child's Play, and Rich's reasons for not liking it, like and not wanting to see it because of the studio, that's a solid reason for not going behind a film like that. Whether you liked it or hated it, that it's at least this movie didn't just reiterate the same thing. Like for me, it's not Child's Play, but it's a decent film. And I would have loved if that movie would have been called Buddy, B-U-D-I, and they would have put marketing behind it, and just I think it would have done like 10 times better. I did actually. Tomorrow's film is Murder Rock, Lucio Fulci. It's an 80s film. And although some people will look at the poster of Murder Rock or look at one of the actresses that's highlighted in the trailer of Murder Rock, and they'll say that Murder Rock is Lucio Fulci's Giallo fame, it's not actually. It's Lucio Fulci's Giallo. No, sorry, Lucio Fulci's Giallo Flashdance. It is fame. It's basically fame, kind of like mixed into a Giallo. Well, there you go. See, because I'll be talking Fulci tomorrow, so that's a good one to watch. I haven't seen Manhattan Baby. I got Manhattan Baby here too. I got to watch that one soon. I wanted to watch like a Giallo last night. I was going to watch. I think I got the Shameless edition of Massimiliano Dalmano's "What Have They Done to Your Daughters." I'm not quite sure. I got to check. I really got to upgrade that to the Arrow edition. But I've been wanting to watch that for a while. It's been a while since I've seen that, and I do like Dalmano's work. What have you done? What have they done to Solange? Was amazing. Camille Keaton, haunting portrayal. But I'll get into that stuff tomorrow, because over this month we are going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about Giallo films. We're going to talk about Lucio Fulci. We are going to get into Sergio Stevoletti's work. We are going to talk about giant killer alligator films, killer crocodile films. We're going to be looking into the nature versus style of films. We are going to talk Filipino horror. We're going to go into the world of the Amityville Curse collection. And we are probably going to go into the world of Amityville horror series as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that over this month that I'm hoping to do. If you're wondering why I have not yet said what Saturday's video is going to be, what about, there's a reason for that. No, Sharknado. No, there's no Sharknado. And the reason would be, basically, I'm waiting for something to come. There's a slight chance at this point that it's going to come tomorrow. I expected it earlier on this week, and I had planned, exactly, it's in the mail, my video around that for this weekend. There's a reason I watched Murder Rock for tomorrow, a specific reason, because I had planned my weekend. My package got delayed in transit. So if my package does not come tomorrow, I will, remember that, I will have another idea thought up for Saturday. And I don't work Saturday, I don't work Sunday, so we can make some good longer videos during that portion of time as well. Did I just pause for a second there? Because something popped up on my screen, so I probably pause for a second. And I have to say, I have been really enjoying making these 31 days live videos. And I'm hoping this month goes well, and hopefully I can even up my game a little bit more next year. This is my first year doing this. This is a brand new experiment. I don't think it's ever been done before. I'm actually proud of that. It's my pleasure, Amy, honestly. I don't think it hasn't been done before. Has anybody ever done this? Either way, I'm having a blast with it. And it's because of you guys. None of this happens or is great without you and what you guys put into it, because you guys put just as much more a lot of times into this as I do, and that's important to me, and you never discount that fact. Just gonna rock it. Rogue, actually I got Rogue over there. I want to watch that again soon. I really like that movie. I got the uncut one. Remember, I did a little Patreon video, and it was for everybody. It was opened up, like a little 4-minute, and I showed off a creature feature set that I bought at Walmart. And no, I didn't buy it at Walmart. That's a lot. I saw it at Walmart, but I bought that at a flea market. And it had 10 movies on it. And then one of the ones it had was Rogue, the unrated version. Rogue and Black Sheep. I remember Black Sheep. I haven't watched Black Sheep in years. I will eventually. I'll probably do a live stream like I did one with. And Jace got to hate me because I kept telling him that we were going to do. Yeah, there's gonna be some Hammer. Don't worry. I've got some Hammer thought up. I had planned to do. I do plan to down the road do some live video with, as well with. I did it in the past. I got No, actually, I haven't seen. I didn't know one's out today. Thanks, Shadow. I'm gonna check that later though. I did I did work with other people in the past, to varying degrees of success. I'll be honest with you. The hard thing about that, I would do it as a one-off type of thing, or I'd cross over with other people for a video. But I did streaming groups, and that didn't work out so well. When you get a bunch of people together on YouTube, after a while, drama's going to come somewhere along the way, And I honestly, that takes the fun out of it. I'm not into the dramatic stuff. I just like fun videos. But yeah, that's something I would do sometime. I'm actually trying to figure out the logistics of doing a live commentary at some point. That'd be cool. See, like, there's cool ideas that we can bounce off each other here. And thank you, Rich. That's really sweet. I really like that. Sean, oh, I need that 4K. Um, that's got to be a good transfer. It's got to be fantastic. Like the transfer of The Shining is actually really good. So a 4K of The Shining, I haven't seen any reviews or anything on it yet, so I'm actually kind of excited about that. But it's bloody expensive, so I can't afford it right now. But it's one, so you had a really good friend. Even if you gave you just the Blu-ray side of it, that's pretty cool, man. Um, you guys make this fun. You really do. Um, I live in an area where there's not a lot of people that are into a lot of stuff that I'm into. And there are no longer movie stores to go to talk. So this is our movie club. And I want to keep this up, as long as I can, and not hopefully not burn out too much, and do this. And enough of the sappy stuff. But oh, the shirt for today is the Scream shirt from Walmart, which I really like the colors of, by the way. Yeah, can I be honest, Amy? I had to get off message boards because, well, I used to, for message boards, I was horrible. I'm not going to lie. Because I like, hey, Danny, a lot of movies that are not pretty much universally unliked, or like Z grade movies, or, uh, and people tended to like zone in on that. I was on the official Friday the 13th message board when that was a thing. Remember that when Peter Brack would come in and stuff like that because when he was doing Crystal Lake Memories. So some of the people on the official Friday the 13th were not very nice to me, and I was on the official Halloween board, and they were super mean. So so I stayed off of that. And then when Facebook came around, I decided to go into some movie groups, and I'm still into a few movie groups. But I really like Hammer, so I said I'll go into some Hammer groups. You get into like Hammer stuff that you like, and and they were super like they bullied people. And the thing is, I'm not the person. I'm not the type of person that's going to sit back when somebody else is getting picked on. Uh, to my own disadvantage, I will be the person that speaks up. And that's what happened to me on some Hammer groups when I saw people bullying other people about their opinions. Uh, that was me. Hey, Paul, welcome. It's true. But yeah, but that's it. But but yeah, so I can't give up Facebook because I got family and like some friends that are on there. I wish, honestly, because I really don't use them much anymore. But I think I got a lot of you guys on Facebook, don't I? I know I got. I'm sure Brian's not here tonight, Brian, from Just the Discs, but I know he's there. Michelle, I got you right. Do I? I think I do. I can't remember. I have a few people on Facebook. Agreeing to disagree. That's true, Warlock. I mean, look at it. Like, we have a lot of disagreements on certain things. Uh, like, you know that. But that's okay, right? Oh, yeah, it's probably. You're like me then. Uh, well, I got you on Twitter. I got you on I know I have you on Twitter. Um, That's what I use more. I'll use like Twitter and Instagram. That's my those are my favorite things. Like, cause I'll do like videos on there. I know every once in a while I'll do like videos on Facebook as well, like short ones. Torvich. I don't know what Cinema Arcania is. I'll check that out though. I know down the discs, obviously, and the Blu-ray.com. I guess is when you mean the Blu-ray form, right? That's the thing. That's why when I come on here, and I'm making videos, it's it's not going to be. I'm not on here to like wave political banner or anything like that, because there's a lot of people that don't agree with a lot of the stuff that I think, you know, outside of here, uh, but we agree on films and we agree on other things, because decent conversation is something that people should still be able to have. We should be able to disagree and have difference of opinions, on movies and whatever, and still be able to respect one another. Now I get passionate about something. If you're picking on somebody or a group or something like that, I'm not chill with that. But as long as everybody respects everybody else, that's it at the end of the day, right? I will check it out. I did not know about it, so thank you. I don't have Emmanuel and Merrick yet. I got to get that one. That's on Macabre actually. They're having a sale this month. I've been looking at the Arrow sale and knowing I cannot order from it this time around. That's true. The people, some, that's why I try to keep it out of this one here. Keep the keep the trolling stuff out of here. I want this to be like my voice is going. This video is gonna be shorter than I expected. I want this to be a place where you guys can have fun and chat and talk to one another, and not just me, talk to one another and make friends and promote your channel and promote like any of your writing or any podcasts or any stuff that you're doing. Yeah, I saw that. That is one awesome friend. I need friends like that, Michelle. I need to make friends like that. Is this a friend or is this a friend? I'm joking. Because my friend like that is my better half. I actually, oh, I got to ask you guys a question. So, I got a tiny bit of disposable stuff. A friend, okay. Quote, okay. um, Disposable cash. And I want to buy something. Hide your TV sways. So, I was at Walmart and I saw this box set, right? That had like 5 Mill Creek sets in it. So like, I can't believe I had to count that in my hand. 15 DVDs, 60 movies, uh, that type of stuff. It's called Tear Theater. Not sure if you saw that. Hey, Cropsy, welcome. Got a fops for me, dude. And so that's one thought. It's $39. It's got like 5 Mill Creek sets. Some of them that aren't the easiest to get around here. So that's one thought. Then I went across to Shoppers, and I saw a Scream Factory over there. Actually, Slasher Season 1 for $9.99, and I'm like, oh, that's really good too. Or, or I could go on Amazon and spend approximately that same amount of money and buy something on there. Really, did you like Season 1? See, I like it, and it helps that I have a huge crush on Katie McGrath. So, who, ironically, they also had Dracula season one there. You know, the John Rice Myers show. John Rice, I think that's his name, John Rice Myers. I could be wrong. Something close to that anyway. So they had that show there as well. Actually, the guy that plays Van Helsing in it played Dracula in Dracula 3D, the Argento one. But that also has Katie McGrath. She's one of the stars of that one as well. Check it out, Danuch. It's actually worthwhile to check out. It's pretty easy to guess who the killer is in the original slasher. There are 3 seasons of it. A lot of people love. It goes back and forth. Some people hate season 3 and love season 2. Other people hate season 2 and love season 3. I liked all 3 of them for different reasons. I like slasher-oriented TV shows. I've seen the first 2 episodes of American Horror Story or AHS 84, and I really enjoyed that. Paul, thank you. Okay, perfect. You saw the first season of Dracula. Does it end on a cliffhanger? Because there is no second season. They canceled it. Because I thought maybe, see, one of the things I thought about, if my movies don't come tomorrow, is I could pick up Slasher and Dracula and incorporate some other stuff. And I can do a video called TV Horror and do like a video here during 30 Days Horror on TV Horror shows. Oh, thanks. Well, actually, I'm going to let my kids know because I miss them. They're in Halifax. We're in 4 hours drive away from me, and they're way smarter than me. It came on around I think it was around 2013, 2014, around that one, that time frame. It only ran like 13 episodes, and I actually saw the first couple episodes on TV, but unfortunately, I missed out on the rest of them, and I guess a lot of people did too because they canceled the show after 1 season. I'm pretty sure that it's the guy that was in Tudors. It's Is that right, Paul? The guy he did Tudors before that, like it was a big show, and then he did the HMV Chronicles. I love the HMV Chronicles. I miss the HMV Chronicles. I miss HMV. I did a few like videos here, like with the kids too as well. You guys remember a lot of stuff. Yeah, but Dexter's a really. Actually, I got Dexter upstairs. I haven't rewatched Dexter in a while. I actually liked it. Some people didn't like the ending of Dexter. I thought it was okay. Uh, it left it more open, and I like that. And anytime like somebody gets really ragging on the on the ending of Dexter, I always say, "Hey, Sopranos." Daz, you have a great evening there. Trinity. Trent. Ooh. John Lithgow scares the crap out of me. John Lithgow scared the crap out of me. I haven't seen Marianne yet. I heard it's really good. There's a lot of stuff that I got to catch up on. That's American out, Brian. So that is a bit like 30 something here. So it is like around the same, but it's not available on Amazon.ca. Like I looked for it, and it does have some neat stuff in there. Taboo Tales is was one of the sets I really wanted on Arrow Title. I can't, George. I really wish I could, but Arrow Title would go outside of my budget, and if I was in one of these days when I'm in London again, I'll go to I'll do I would definitely go Arrow. But I got some Arrow titles back there that we can talk about over the. It's getting a bit crazier. Hey, were you guys aware that there's another horror streaming service coming out? I'm on MVD Rewind's Facebook page, and they made an announcement that they're working together with You're Gonna Love Scalpel, working together and they started up a new streaming service. So there's a second horror streaming service out right now. Season 2 of American Horror Story is really good, Jim, if you haven't checked it out. Oh no, they're doing it with someone else. It's not just them. Like, and it's like, let me just check. I'll check for you. I would definitely grab some of the box sets. Rue Morgue, yeah. Okay, thanks, Warlock. Warlock, man, you got my back. So yeah, they're working with Rue Morgue to do a horror streaming service. For those who are unaware, those outside of Canada or outside of North America, Rue Morgue is what Fangoria's Fantastic Magazine, the new Fangoria. But when Fangoria went under, Rue Morgue became what Fangoria was. It actually became more like what Gorezone birthed what Toxic Horror was. And for those who are younger, Gorezone was a spin-off of Fangoria, and Toxic Horror was a short-lived, I think 5 or 6 issue spin-off from that. Full Moon Streaming. I haven't watched any Full Moon Streaming, but they do have some cool stuff on there. The Blue Underground Towers are actually what intrigued me, but it's Full Moon Streaming. I think they are a bit pricier, but you get like some actual physical. If you buy a year or something like that, you actually get like some. They get sent some movies. You get to choose some movies from them. But I thought it was really neat to see like a company like Rue Morgue and MVD get together to put out some different stuff. I'm going to see if I can find it for you here now, guys. Because I just thought it was really, really cool and really intriguing to see them come together like that. Midnight Movie Society. That's what it's called. And I'm going to go there to just get like some of the. I prefer Fangoria too, actually. So, Midnight Movie Society is $4.99 or $47 a year. There's a 3-day free trial. It's on Roku. It's on iPhone. Some of the movies that I see here are things like, what are these? Brutal, Venus and Furs, Femme de Mort trilogy, Night Train Murders, The Amazing Bulk. Really? Where the Dead Go to Die. So it looks like they're trying to get into some kind of intense type of stuff. Shudder's not going anywhere, man. Shudder was awesome. Especially with like the documentaries they're putting out and like shows like Creepshow. I like their the one on like the first documentary that they made, and they're supposed to make a second one, but I haven't seen it come out yet. Ghost Run 4 is your first horror mag ever. Nice. Yeah, I did not know. Shadow is the one to let me know that there's another episode of Creepshow. Well, it's not the Crypt Keeper. It's the Creep, but it basically is the Crypt Keeper, except he doesn't talk. And I think that's it. Like, if the character of the Creep talked, and that, and the voice work behind it is good, that would, that could do a lot from making it not look so stiff and look just kind of there. Because that's the one thing that's missing, I think. Is that I shouldn't just be seeing it like move its hand or laugh. It should actually be talking. And I like the Creep, but I do think that the Creep would work better. Because look back at Cryptia, at like the Crypt Keeper, the Kevin Yeager like puppet, which I think they both look great. But the Crypt Keeper had limitations as well, and I think the reason that the limitations are what they are is that basically we had the voice behind the Crypt Keeper, and that really brought it to life. And some really decent puppeteering. The Creep is just kind of there. Anything would be Creepshow 3. There's fans of Creepshow 3 on here, Brian. I was slapped back when I said that I was not a fan of Creepshow 3 because people actually like it on here. And I was really surprised to find that out. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a huge surprise to me. But that's the killer thing. If they do another Tales from the Crypt, how do you do another Crypt Keeper without just doing the same thing? I still had to watch the rest of the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone episodes. I haven't seen those yet. I've seen like the first two or three, I think. First three. I saw the first three. The best one was the one with the camera. It's out of the ones that I've seen, where she could like keep rewinding time. Those worked well. That one worked the best for me so far. I haven't seen the rest, so I got a lot of that catch up on. I love. I don't know if I've seen that. I love the character, the story Hot Frog though. Oh yeah, the animated Tales from the Crypt Keeper actually ran two seasons with a very like kind of like a similar animation, and then they really changed it up in the third season. They brought in like the vault keeper and the old hag from from the comics as well, and they did a different animation style. Tales from the Crypt Keeper actually, even as a cartoon, it gets pretty dark. And like it really does get pretty dark at points. Not only that, guys, there's a third crypt show, Tales from the Crypt show. There was like actually a short-lived game show, like a kids game show, Tales from the Crypt game show that came on. I remember that too. I don't think that's anywhere to buy though. That you may be able to find like that through nefarious purposes online somewhere, but I don't think that the Tales from the Crypt game show. You remember the game show? Those seasons that Mill Creek released the Tales from the Crypt Keeper are really hard to find. Did they release the game show too though? I don't think they released the game show. If they did, I missed out on it. Yeah, and they got to bring back the original voice too, because he's just awesome. He just does amazing with it. But with that being said, it's 67 minutes, guys. So my voice doesn't go. Tales from Crypt, as of yet, hasn't gotten a Blu-ray. I think Tales from Crypt is definitely deserving of a really good Blu-ray release. Definitely check it out. There's a game show. Maybe it's on YouTube. YouTube it. And with that bit of like weird knowledge put into your minds, I have to go and eat because I haven't ate yet. I came home from work. I did chores. Basically, what I did is I did the litter. I put out the garbage, did all the stuff because tomorrow's garbage day, and then I came in here to make this video for you guys. So I am Aaron. You guys are the movie club. You guys rock. You've made my night. I'm here by myself, and thank you so much. You've kept me company. So this is a movie library. Yes, you're right. Garbage day. My wife's gone to bed. Thanks for watching tonight. I will see you tomorrow for Murder Rock and Lucio Fulci. So if you can't watch Murder Rock, get yourself another Fulci film. Be ready to talk some Fulci. Maybe we'll even get into some Giordano Sacchi stuff as well. And let's have some fun. See you later, guys, for day 4 of 31 live Days of Horror.